On April 25th, I woke up on a beautiful morning at 2 a.m. Why am I awake? Go to sleep. I checked my email, as one does at 2 in the morning, to find I had gotten a free launch code for this game, Another Crab's Treasure. Why me? You know what? I'm not gonna question it. I got a free crab game and I get to play it hours before everyone else at 2 in the morning. I'll take it. This is not a sponsorship. I'm not being paid anything to make this. They just sent me a free game and a free video idea, so I'm thinking it's crab time. I'm sure many proper game reviewers are gonna make videos on this, but I believe I bring a fully unique perspective to the conversation. What is that perspective? I don't have a gaming computer. I have a drawing tablet that can run Purple Place and not much else. If you're wondering why I have oven mitts on, when I was a little kid I would run around the house wearing these, saying they're my lobster claws. I don't know. This was funnier in my head. So immediately, first thing I do, I turn the graphics all the way to their lowest possible settings. My drawing tablet was really not built for this. But you know what? Even at its lowest, this game still looks nice. It has an art style that works really well no matter the graphic capabilities. The game mostly ran perfectly fine for me. So if you have an actual computer that's intended to run something like this, I'm sure it's gonna run great. Meanwhile, it feels like my drawing tablet could explode any second, but whatever happens, happens. Krill is simply a little guy who didn't pay his taxes because he didn't know what taxes were, and he has his shell taken away. Immediately, this character is amazing because I've been doing them for years and I still don't know what taxes are. I apparently owed $2 in taxes this year. I don't know what that means. For a 3D game to get my seal of approval, it needs to pass the Spyro the Dragon test. Spyro was the game and the character that set the standard for how I want 3D movement to feel. I want to be able to run really fast, and I want to be able to glide. If a game has these two things, I'm happy. Being underwater, Krill can swim a bit for a short glide, and he's got a really solid run. Little man gets a pass, I'm in. Have I mentioned I'm terrified of the ocean? Anyway, I'm being chased by crabs who want me dead now. This is my nightmare. I find a fork and I can start doing some combat. This took me a little while to get the hang of, but eventually it starts to feel really satisfying. You have a spin attack in the air, you can charge up a stronger attack, you can roll around, there's a lot of options. And when you kill a crab, they just ascend. I finally meet my first friendly face who doesn't want to kill me. Just kidding, they changed their mind. Eventually, I come across a vending machine, and there's a soda can I can use as a temporary shell. This gives Krill a block, although shells have durability and can only take so many hits. More importantly, you can roll around inside of a can. This is great. It's time for our first boss fight. This screaming guy.
You think yourself above the law, but the law is not so easily outwitted. Your filthy soul, you dare raise your blade against the law? Your filthy soul is destined stuffed. Your filthy soul, your filthy soul, through my, your filthy soul, filthy soul.
Oh, I found the problem. I forgot to select Baby Easy difficulty. That's why it's so hard.
Your filthy soul! Your filthy soul! Your filthy soul! Your filthy soul! Filthy soul is destined.
Okay, I found the actual thing I was doing wrong. I wasn't using Z targeting. You know what? That's my fault. I found a banana peel I can use as a shell. It's less durable than the can, but it is funnier. So far, this game's not quite what I expected. I've never played a Souls-like before, so I wasn't really sure how much I'd enjoy it, but there's a lot more 3D platformer DNA in here than I thought. I expected it to be more combat and bosses, and there is a lot of that, but there's also a lot of jumping around on stuff, which is my favorite thing to do in real life. It's like if Dark Souls crossed with Battle for Bikini Bottom. So while the game's not really what I expected it to be, I can honestly say I'm having a lot more fun with it than I thought. It's really funny, lots of stuff to upgrade, great controls, and the first couple hours, I'm having a really solid time. As terrified of the ocean as I am, I really love video games that are set either completely or mostly underwater, and it's very cool that this is another good one. That's all I really have to say. At the time of me filming this, the game's not even out yet, so I don't want to spoil too much. Thank you for sending me a free game. This was a really cool opportunity, and thank you for not making a bad game, because this would have been really awkward if I didn't like it. I'll probably pick this up on the Switch. I like it on here, but this thing, it feels like it's gonna explode. It is really hot.